with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke on the sideline. There's nothing else like it. The NBA on 2K Sports. The last time these two teams met, it was the Houston Rockets who came away with the W against the Hornets.
Well, they were fortunate to be up against a D that looked totally overmatched. I mean, there wasn't much that they couldn't do offensively.
Yeah, they completely had their way with it.
And the starting lineup for the Hornets. Ariza is the 3 with West and Okafor rounding out the front court. Chris Paul is out there with Willie Green. And for the Rockets, Garrett, he's in at the point. Hayes out there with Odom. Then there's Martin. And it's Marion in at the small forward position. Now here's Ariza. 6 on the shot clock. Here's West. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. West has got the first points of the night for the Hornets. Green gets whistled for blocking. That's his first foul.
I think he made the right call there. It's always a bang-bang play, but I don't think the defense had position.
You know, blocking fouls are never easy to whistle, but that one definitely looked like a block to me.
Coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City. Paul gets called for the reach. That's his first foul.
First foul. First personal foul, 2 seconds.
Here's Garrett. No good on the quick 3. Marion against Ariza. Here's Green. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I caught up with Coach Monty Williams. He said, I've asked my guys for every ounce of effort they have at the defensive end. We're going to make them work hard for every point, I promise you. If you take him at his word, defense is going to rule the day, guys.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. Clark, what's your take on that?
I like the mindset they're coming in right now. I think it's the right mindset. A strong defensive effort from them today. I mean, I think it's essential.
Steve?
Well, no question. If they can have success defensively, they're going to create some offensive opportunities for themselves in transition.
Here's Jack, averaging 6 points per contest. There's the steal.
Smooth defense there. He made it look like the pass was intended for him.
That one goes. 5 points in the game.
You know, to have somebody as dependable as he is on the offensive end, that's extremely invaluable to this team.
And it's the Hornets with the ball, fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Boy, they got hot from three-point range in that game. And that's really what gave them some distance with that lead.
You know, Steve, knowing your history in the game, I know you love to see shooting like that.
Shot clock at 6. Green, no luck.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Martin with the bucket.
You know, when there's little or no D on this guy and he's headed to the rim, just chalk it up and go on.
Now Jack. To end the run. It's rebounded by Houston. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And the thing that may have won the game for them, I think, was their shot blocking. I mean, they really caused havoc in that paint area.
You know what happens when your shot is being rejected on a regular basis? You start looking around for that shot blocker. And then you become hesitant. And you don't flow confidently with your shot. And that becomes a problem over time.
Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
Shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
And he finishes nicely on the way up. 7 points in the game.
How about that, going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
This run a definite concern. They've lost all momentum. They need to try to sort this out right away.
And why don't we take a chance now to see which teams have been the NBA's highest scoring squad this month. The Rockets, number 1.
You know what, Kevin, as a team, they've been getting great results offensively. I mean, they seem to always get the ball to the right guy at the right time in the right position.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Hayes. And Shane Battier subbed in for Sean Marion. Here's Banks, picked up by Battier. Banks, no good. From about 16, the dish to Odom. Takes it up. Basket good. Odom's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, it's been a hot shooting first quarter for them so far.
Steve, it's been fun to watch. I mean, the shots are dropping, and it's led to an excellent start.
Trying to get back on track, and that's good for 2.
You know, he's not somebody they lean on for points, but when he does score, that's a bonus.
Seven points in the game. Here's Garrett. Martin from outside. Can't get it to go. The Hornets trail by 5. Ariza backs in. Here's Green. And it's off from three-point range.
He's laboring out there right now, guys. The shot hits.
Sledgehammer! That should be illegal, Kevin. A superb alley-oop there. Prime time play.
Well, they have that one standing by, just waiting to pull it out.
Now, there's definitely a sense of understanding between those two teammates, that's for sure.
Time call here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
And obviously, coach doesn't want them giving up all these inside buckets. They need to do a better job of moving their feet, staying in their stance, and keeping their man in front of them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Patterson. Arthur comes in for Lamar Odom. And it's Lee in for Kevin Martin. And then for New Orleans, Emeka Okafor. He's checked in for Ariza. Bellinelli comes in for Willie Green. And Jared Jack has subbed in for Marcus Banks. Pulls up on the wing, and he chooses to bank it in. 9 points in the game so far.
This is a very steady performance offensively for him.
Garrett gets the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game.
First person. Team's first.
1:10 left in the first quarter. And here is Jack. Bellinelli for 3.
You look at the early lead, and it really comes down to defending the paint. Tell you what, guys, you got to appreciate the way he goes after those offensive rebounds. It's something to watch.
And the strength, Steve, the strength he is on those putbacks is something to see.
Well, and we got to witness both of those attributes right there on that play.
Here's Jack. Tipped. Fires from deep, and that one's good. He's got 12.
And he cannot play any better than he is right now in this quarter, guys.
Bellinelli up top. 6 to shoot. He feeds it to Jack. It's rebounded by Houston.
And this is why you need size inside. The ability to contest shots.
Oh, he put it down!
It'll count.
What a shot!
I think that one was
At
good.
the buzzer!
He just throws up a prayer. And
Next Sunday.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter and the second quarter. Here's Paul. And he really played well against Denver. Garrett in at point guard. Buttinger is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Shane Battier, and it's Martin in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Good look. And there's West. That good on the assist by Paul. West has got his second bucket of the night. And an emphatic dunk.
no problem finishing there.
You know, those are painful to give up, Steve.
Here's Green, averaging 9 points per contest. The feed to Paul. West. Back to Paul. Kicks it to Green. 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. And Paul with the basket on the assist by Landry. Paul's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Garrett goes up. The shot will not go. The Hornets go the other way with the ball. Now here's Paul, averaging 13 points a contest. Outside Landry. High post shot. It's rebounded by Houston.
And that rebound pushes their margin to +5 on the board. Solid job on the glass.
Well, it's just part of what they've done here to build this big lead, and it shouldn't be overlooked. I mean, rebounding is a huge part of this game.
Paul outside. Landry with it. Still looking to get on the scoreboard.
Boy, surprised to see that one stay out.
Me too, Steve. I mean, those are ones that usually go down for sure.
Patterson backs down. Dives for it. These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. Well, you look at Paul, such quick hands, second in the NBA.
Boy, it's been a great few weeks for him, Kevin, especially when you look at what he's done defensively. His effort there has kind of reminded me of the Tasmanian Devil, and he's actually helped his team create scoring opportunities off its defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Patterson. Odom comes in for Chase Buddington. And it's Marion in for Shane Battier. It's Ariza on the wing. Over Odom. And the Hornets miss again. Rockets leading by 11. Kevin Martin on the wing. He dishes it to Marion. And there's the 3-second violation. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings out west. You look at the Rockets. Here in the middle of the season, they're in great shape, sitting atop the conference. And, of course, New Orleans, way down the ladder.
Well, right now for the Hornets, they've just confounded their hometown fans. I mean, this was not a team that was supposed to be on the bottom looking up.
Yeah, it's too bad for their fans because I think they felt like this would be a good season. One that they could be excited about and maybe even look to the future for even better times. But this has been a real struggle to this point.
Well, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws.
Well, they're shooting more free throws now than they were in the first quarter, and that's always important. Get those easy points when you can.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Steve. I mean, it shows they haven't lost their aggression in terms of creating contact. You know, sometimes teams will build the lead, and then they start driving the car with the parking brake on. Stay aggressive.
Bellinelli gets the bucket.
How about the body control, guys? He goes up strong, doesn't he?
Down low. $16 points for him. Back to Marion. Up with it. Good work defensively by Paul.
Well, that's not really what typically happens for someone with his touch around the rim. That's a surprise.
Now Bellinelli. Picked by Okafor. Off the screen. And David West, the bucket on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Garrett. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 18 points for him.
Strong move against a much bigger defender.
Yeah, he's definitely giving up a few inches, all right, Steve, but it didn't seem to bother him.
And that concludes the first half. And it's more NBA action coming your way here on 2K Sports.
And hello and welcome to this edition of HP at the Half. Let's get you caught up with the latest here in the NBA's midseason action. A strong first half for the Rockets. The offense has been unreal. Defense incapable of stopping it. Chicago with a win against the Hawks in Atlanta.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Here's Odom. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Ariza is the three with Weston Okafor rounding out the front court. Willie Green out there with Chris Paul. The Hornets trail by 11. Green the pass to Okafor. Paul left side. Here's Ariza. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, I like the fluidity I'm seeing from them on offense. It's a thing of beauty. Fun to watch.
Yeah, it is. They're moving the ball well, finding the open man, making that extra pass. They're playing very unselfishly right now.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. Got a piece of it.
That's such a tough catch when the ball is coming from that far away.
He goes up, blocked. The Hornets trail by 10, and it's Martin picking him up. A 10-footer, another one falls for New Orleans. He's got 22. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Houston.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
Paul outside, and West backs in. Beyond the arc. That's good from Ariza on the assist from David West. That's 10 points for Ariza.
Well, I like the way it looks to start the second half here. I mean, 3 straight makes to kick it off. Nice.
Here's Garrett. Makes good on the step-back jumper. He's got 24.
Man, how'd he get that thing to go?
When you're hot, you're in fuego.
The Hornets trail by 7. Paul outside. That's blocked.
Now still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3 even before that miss.
It's rebounded by Paul.
You gotta like the interior defense, guys. Really strong, protecting the rim.
Pass to West. Odom on him. Releases. West misses. Rockets leading by 7. 24 points for him. Here's Hayes. Good shot.
They're really making a point of taking it inside and scoring from close range.
Well, you have to give some of the credit, or actually the blame, I should say, to the defense. They are not doing anything in the paint area.
Time call here. The Hornets decide to talk it over.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Kevin Martin. The Hornets also changing it up. Landry comes in for David West. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Chris Paul. Out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. In third, the Rockets.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
Here's the break. Goes up. Oh! Here's a second look with the Sprite Slam Cam.
Boy, that is some fantastic body control. I mean, that reverse isn't nearly as easy as he made it look.
Not at all, just a tremendous play.
Well, just imagine the confidence it takes even to try that move.
Outside, Green. The good-looking shot from the wing. Green's got 6. 26 points for him. Out to Lee. They get a hand on it. They set the pick.
And, you know, despite the number of turnovers, Kevin, they've still got the lead here.
Well, eventually, guys, you know those mistakes will come back and haunt you, so they've got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball.
Ariza dishes to Jack. Outside, Green. And here is Jack. He's picked up by Lee. 5 on the clock. Green kicks to Landry. Odom's there. Landry no good.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
Ariza outside. Back to Okafor. Rockets leading by 12. All alone.
Now that's just rubbing it in, fella.
Throwing it down with style.
These folks are not going to forget that one anytime soon.
Time called here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. The Rockets making a switch here. Martin's checked in. David West, he's checked in for New Orleans. Paul comes in for Jarrett Jack.
Keep it going for your Rockets power dancers.
Here's Green. He has 6. West kicks to Paul. And West backs in. Guarded now by Lamar Odom. Just 5 on the clock. And Green gets it to go.
Another open look hits bottom from outside.
Yep, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Defended by Paul. They double him with West. Martin, guarded by Green. Martin with the bucket. And the Rockets lead by 13.
You know, you look at how this has played out so far, and they've really had a big advantage inside.
Well, they're getting higher percentage shots in the lane, and they're getting a bounce here or there, but I think they're playing pretty well down there.
Here's Green. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
Now they're finally making some inroads here by knocking down shots from the perimeter.
You know, and on defense, you start to get a little nervous now when shot making is going as well as it has for them. I mean, it's like a stampede, an avalanche. And you definitely not only hear them coming, you feel them.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the New Orleans Hornets. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Just 4 seconds left in the third. No one on him, and he makes the easy one. 33 points for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets lead by 12.
Coming up next Tuesday, LeBron James and the Miami Heat take on.
Now let's check in with Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, guys. When you look at the Rockets, the spark has been the solid work from their point man. He's led the way in the scoring department for his team as he's carried them through the first 3 quarters in this one. We'll see if he can continue that in the 4th.
All right, Doris, thank you. It's Clark been a terrific game for him.
I agree with you, and we'll see if he can maintain it. He's been going full throttle thus far.
Well, the pace he's been going has been really incredible, and it's wonder if he's got anything left here in the 4th quarter.
Garrett, he's in at point guard. Marion is out there at Buttinger. Then it's Arthur, and it's Martin in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Here is Paul. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Ariza. Fires the 3. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. Buttinger up top. And taken away by Paul.
The offense looking much more crisp here. They're taking better care of the basketball.
And that one's good.
Boy, that was a nice little finger roll to finish the play. Splendid finish.
Fades away. Here's Garrett. Misses the step-back jump shot.
And they're struggling a little bit on the glass. They've got to pick up their physical play in the paint.
Yeah, it's about being tougher and more physical, just as you said, Steve. If they can do that better, they got a chance to come back. They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shot.
That's good.
Getting the feel out there from long range, guys. That's his second three of the half.
Now here's Paul. Tight defense on him. Smith left side. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
That time he found a gap in the defense to turn that one into a very easy jump shot, a warm-up jumper, if you will.
Marion a screen on Paul. Outside, Martin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Defended by Paul. They get the rebound. The second effort. Can't capitalize inside. The Hornets trail by 6. Green kicks to Paul. Ripped away.
Turnover is starting to become a factor here, guys. They've got to reverse that trend. Well, that's great. You take advantage of that turnover and convert at the other end.
Absolutely. I mean, points off turnovers this time generated off the steal.
Shoots from 12. No good. And the Rockets go the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Feeds to Smith. Lots of room. Gets it to go.
You look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but you got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Dishes to Budinger. He's picked up by Ariza. Paul is whistled for reaching in. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
He's going to have to be very careful, guys, because that's his 4th foul now, so we'll see how he responds.
Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Houston. Odom comes in for Chase Budinger. Shot clock at 6. Bulls from the top of the key. Bullseye. He has 40.
What a competitor, Kevin. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Now here's Paul. Got a piece of it. Right up. West. Here's Ariza. Misses the 3. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath. You're right. Just 5 to shoot. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one. And he makes the free throw. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're losing by 11. 1:19 left in the 4th quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. Monty Williams had some words for his team. He said, guys, it's cards on the table time. We've got to lay it on the line. If you've got a chance to make a play, I don't want you to hesitate. Make it. Let's see if they follow through, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Poked loose. Phenomenal play. Now the replay from the Sprite Slam Cam.
Just cruising to the finish line.
Yeah, and barring something catastrophic happening, it looks like they'll go home with a nice victory here.
There's the pass to West. Over Hayes. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
Outside Odom. 4 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. And Sean Marion with the slam.
That's probably going to do it. They are just putting this team away.
Steve, I thought they caught fire just at the right time, blowing this one wide open as the clock winds down.
And they're on the break. Here's Garrett. Rises up and throws it down.
Man, that's going to do it. I mean, this thing is pretty much over. They played well.
Well, it has been a bit anticlimactic the end of the game, but sometimes that's the way it goes. You know, he's been ice cold up until that bucket. I mean, he needs to have some patience and just take what the defense gives him. Don't try to force anything here.
Launches it, gets it to go. And the Rockets lead by 18.
Nice offensive play there, and this one's pretty much in the books, guys.
Yeah, I agree. You know what? It was a very good showing from them to come away with the win. I was very impressed.
So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
For Clark Kellogg,
According to sources within the league office, you have just been named the conference's Player of the Week once again. Who do you most credit for this award?
Well, I don't think I can single out any one person or group of people. Basically, everyone involved, the coaching staff, my teammates, the fans, my family, they're all to thank for this great accomplishment. Thanks to everyone.